Welcome to the Hub Sport. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hub Sport. Grace and peace be multiplied to you. It's another episode of Possible Outcome, and I'm your host today. The lead anchor in Tesh won't be. I don't think he'll be around today. He's currently at work, tired and at work, so I'll be your host today, and you all know me as the Admiral. Admiral Drex is my name. Welcome, people. Welcome to Possible Outcome. Yeah, and if you don't know what Possible Outcome is all about, it's a show where we take a look at the upcoming EPL fixtures and just give you our own view of what we think the outcome of the game might be. Now, it's not basically just gonna be a win, draw, or lose scenario. If we think that would be the most outright outcome, we might just take, for example, Arsenal playing maybe a Burnley side, and you think maybe might be a walk in the park. So we just look for something different to give to you other than just go with the obvious, which might be in on paper an Arsenal win. But that's not the case with Possible Outcome. We try to give you more than just the win, draw, loss scenario. We try to go in depth, or not really in depth, just tell you, looking at both teams, teams, how they play and what's the trend is like and all of that, and come out with something that we think might be the possible outcome. We might give you a score line. We might give you we might go with the set piece, let's say corner kick, but no more than that. We might go with the cards and see, okay, is this game gonna be rough? What's the so it's more like it's more like those are the things that we are looking out for. Just to recap what we had last weekend on Possible Outcome 32. Myself and Tess and I, we actually did well. We got 80% of what we thought the outcome were going to be. We got 80% of them correct, and it was good to actually know that we're back on track compared to what we've had the previous two. I think 32 we were way down to like 30%. 31 we were not. I think 31 was like what 30% as well. So yeah, looking, it's the last week Possible Outcome 32 episode, match day 32. I beg your pardon, match day 32 was impressive. We actually came up with some outcomes which ended up being, we're so close. We're so close. Just before we go into the show, so I wouldn't waste much of your time, please don't forget to don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, and we would really appreciate that as well. Just take a moment to just do this. Yep. Thank you. Welcome back. So we're gonna go quickly. We're just gonna go straight into recap. We're just gonna do a brief recap of what we had on Possible Outcome match day 32. This is the wrong one. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, the recap of what we had on Possible Outcome match day 32. So this is what it looks like. So for Possible match day 32, we had Crystal Palace and City. We all know how that game ended. Tesh actually went with Man City. That was Tesh Possible Outcome. He said City to get at least 2 goals, City to score at least 2 goals, and City to win by a 4-goal margin. That game ended 4-2 in favor of City. The Aston Villa Brentford game, myself, Tesh, and I, we both agreed that Brentford would get to go. They will continue in that fine form of them scoring. Because in the last 10, I believe in the last 10 or 12, they've actually scored in 8 of their games. So that game ended up a 3-3 draw. I was actually thinking Brentford was going to win because at one point Brentford, where they came from a 2-goal, they were 2 goals down, and they go back on level 10 and took the lead only Watkins to get Villa to end Villa a point at the end of the day. Yeah, Fulham, Newcastle, Everton, Burnley. We Tesh actually was like he has a strong belief that um Everton was going to win that one, and he ended up being so. I think Everton won that game. Excuse me, Everton won that game, one goal. It was a lone goal. I think it was a lone goal, if I'm not mistaken. Lone goal. Burnley seen a red. Yeah, in that game. Yeah, Everton won that game 1-0, and I think GB also caught that game to be 2-0 in favor of Everton. So looking at it, yeah, we so far, like I said, 3 out of 3. Fulham, Newcastle. I think so as well. We got this one wrong. Tesh and I, we actually went with the both team to get on the score sheet, but it wasn't the case. Newcastle got the lone goal, and that ended in the favor of Newcastle. It was strange because that game looked like it was an open game, but yeah, it didn't end up being that way. Newcastle were narrow victors in that game. So yeah, Luton, Bournemouth. Now this game was big up yourself, Afra. This game was one of those games where I wasn't too sure what was going to happen, but Tesh was like, you know what, both teams are going to get on the score sheet, and he was so sure that the games were going to get over. It was going to be both teams on the score sheet, and the total goals in that game was going to be over 2. And he was spot on. He was spot on because Luton won that game 2-1. I think GB also GB came and said it was a 3-2 Luton victory. I was surprised because when those calls were made on the night on that day, I was a bit surprised. I'm like, how is Luton going to pull up a win against a very informed Bournemouth side? But it's football. You don't draw up these things on a piece of paper. He actually played 11 against 11, and he ended up being Luton winning that one 2-1. Yeah, and for the Wolves West Ham game, we had both of them to be on the score sheet. It ended up that way. Tesh was like, "I'm gonna go lean on your home team," and West. It was looking that way. It looked like Wolves were going to have the final say in that game, but no. West Ham took all 3 point. Game ended 2-1. Brighton, Arsenal. Tesh was like he was going to lean towards either the home team to win, or his game was going to end in a draw. But I wasn't too. I actually had my predictions for 3-1, but later in the day, I think I changed that prediction to I moved it around because I looked at a different scenario where I was looking at different strategy for that game, and I moved it to a low scoring game. But I said it was going to be a draw, but I had eggs on my face. So yeah, 3-0 Arsenal doing the fine work over there at Brighton. So yeah, Sheffield United, Chelsea. This was the one I was so damn sure that Chelsea was not going to win this game. I had both of them to get on the score sheet, and Tesh and I agreed that it's either a Sheffield win or the game would end in a draw. Lo and behold, that game end in a 2-2 draw. Sheffield coming back to get on level terms and end themselves a point. Yeah, Tottenham Forest. We had both teams to get on the score sheet and Tottenham to win by a 2-goal margin. And also what should we call it? My prediction, my own possible outcome was Tottenham to score at least 2 goals because it's been a trend. I've noticed that trend, and yeah, they did score 3. They won by 2-goal margin. Both teams actually had the goal, and we got this one spot on. Manchester United, Liverpool. I said both teams to get on the score sheet. I haven't went a bit further on my power prediction to say it was going to be a 2-2 draw, and it ended up being a 2-2 draw. But I think if I had not called that the 2-2 draw, maybe United would have won that on the night because I had United at the back of my mind to win that game. But it is what it is. It ended up a 2-2 draw. Yeah, this is just a brief recap from last week. Now we're gonna move straight into the business of today, which is yeah. Let me see how I can get these on. No, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah. Now we're gonna be looking at this Newcastle. Kenny Pan, big up yourself. Has anybody seen? I don't know. Like, if you don't know what Kenny Pan is talking about, Liverpool actually were battered at home in the Europa League. I didn't expect that. Like it was, yeah, they lost 3-0 at home to Atlanta. Yeah, you heard that right. 3-0 at home to Atlanta. Yeah. But moving into possible outcome for today. First game of the night. For Saturday. Newcastle, early kickoff. Newcastle, they host Tottenham Hotspur, right? It's Newcastle at home. I'm just going to give you out this one out there. Newcastle at home, they've won all 6 of their home league games against the London-based opponent. So be it West Ham, be it Arsenal, be it whatever. Would think of any London-based team this season. Newcastle have won at home, and yeah, and Newcastle's Isaac Alexander Isaac has been on some fine form as well, scoring goals since the international break. So I feel like this one, it's going to be tough. Now, having said that, it's going to be tough. Tottenham on the other side are looking to solidify their place in the, what should we call it? Tottenham are looking to solidify their place in the league table, like, which is the top 4 position. At the moment, they are on 4th position with 60 points. Yeah, I think same point as Villa, but they have a game in hand ahead of, so they have a goal difference of 3, and yeah, 20. Villa has goal difference of 17, and yeah, same point, but Tottenham Hotspur have a game in hand over Villa. Newcastle on the other hand, they sit in 8th position with 47 points, 1 point behind West Ham. This, for me, this game, it's more of a do or die game. I feel like that. I know it's too early to call it, but I feel like it's one of those games where it can go. It's both sides need this game. Newcastle are looking to maybe go into Europe Conference League or something like that, right? Or even the Europa. They are not far. Whoever is in 6th position, United, Newcastle are just 2 points away from the 6th position. So they'll be looking at, okay, Europe might be a possibility. So for me, the head-to-head for this one, Newcastle would Tottenham have always had goals in them so far this season, right? So yeah, they've always had goals. In the last 5 games, Tottenham have actually scored. Okay, they failed to score. My bad. They've scored 4 times. Failed to score against away at the Cottage against Fulham, where they lost 3-0. They drew West Ham away. It's gonna be tough. I'm actually leaning towards. I've actually been leaning towards Tottenham here, but I can't ignore the fact that Newcastle at home have been a good side when it comes to the London-based club. So that being said, I'm just gonna settle for both teams to get on the score sheet. 1 second, right here. Both teams to get on the score sheet. Let me just make a note, because yeah, at the end of the day, I have to put all of this in the comment section of this video, so the people that don't can actually go there and actually see it for themselves. Yeah, so for me, both teams to get on the score sheet would be my preferred, right? Yeah, it's gonna be my preferred possible outcome. Both teams to get on the score sheet. What the score line would be, I don't know. I have no idea, but I feel like both teams will get on the score sheet. It's yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. Early kickoff. Do I see a lot of goals in this game to be able to decide if I don't think as it's Tottenham, it's Newcastle. One last start before we move to the next one. So far, head to head in the last 5, it's been Tottenham 3 wins, not Newcastle 1, which was the latest, which was 6-1 victory over Tottenham. That was in April 2023. Yep. 1 draw. So Newcastle 1 win, 1 once. They've drew once, and Tottenham has won 3, and all 3 coming. Tottenham's 3 wins coming at Newcastle. So it's let me see. Maybe I have it wrong. Let me just look at it again. Okay, yes, I'm right. So it is 3 wins for Tottenham, 2 wins for, I had it wrong. 2 wins for Newcastle in the last 5. Right? Tottenham has won once away at Yeah, Newcastle. So it's gonna be a tough one. But I see both of them getting on the score sheet. Yeah, both teams to get on the score sheet. Um, that will be my possible outcome. In terms of the scoreline, I can't really give you at the moment. I have to still go back and see, ask the footballing people to tell me exactly what they think this would be. But at the moment, what I can tell you is both teams to get a goal in this one. Now, moving to the next one, which is yeah, guys, pardon me. I normally do this show with my host, my co-host, but at the moment he's not around. So next one, this is the Brentford Sheffield United game. The reverse fixture of the reverse fixture, the first what I like to the first leg, right, ended up being um Sheffield United won that game by a lone goal, and it was surprising. It was one of those games you're like, yo, I thought maybe Brentford would just, you know what, because prior to that game, Brentford have always had a goal in them. So it wasn't a game I was looking at for Brentford to actually sleep up, right? But it did happen. Brentford lost that game by a lone goal to Sheffield. At the moment, Sheffield came back from a two from Sheffield's last game against Chelsea. They were home. They were down, I think 2-1, but they ended up. I think it was at the point. Yeah, it was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and that game ended in favor of that game ended a draw. But now looking at Sheffield and Brentford, for last 5 meetings, Sheffield have actually won 4, and all 4, 3 of that 4 came at when Sheffield were home. Sheffield won once at Brentford Stadium. So this game, I don't know. I would have Brentford to continue on the fine form of scoring, right? That would be my lean, but I'm going to just take it up a notch and say this game Brentford do need a win. The last 5 have been 3 draws, 2 losses. Brentford, in fact, the last 10 games Brentford has played, it's been 4 draws, 5 losses, 1 win. Brentford do need a win to stay, because the pressure is mounting on them right at the moment. They are currently on 15th position, 29 points, 4 points away from Luton, who sits in 18. So it's not looking good. A loss to Sheffield United might just sink Brentford further. So for me, I feel Brentford needs a win in this game. So I would just throw in and make this a little bit interesting and say my possible outcome for this game would be a Brentford, both teams to get on the score sheet, and Brentford to win these, to get at least 2 goals. I see this game in my mind's eye, I'm saying 3-1. That's what I'm seeing in this game. So, but I'm just going to say both teams to get on the score sheet, and Brentford to win. Brentford team total will be 2 plus goals. So I'm just going to say Brentford. Yeah, Brentford here to get 2 goals, to score 2 goals, 2 plus. So that would be my possible outcome. Guys, don't worry, you could get the final possible outcome in the comment section of this video. I'm just gonna drop it. I don't like making, like, I thought about, okay, maybe putting it right there, but most times when I come on the show is when I actually have another view of what, Tesh is right here. Let me see if if I can get Tesh on. Oh,
Can you hear me?
1 second, Tesh. Let me just change this outlay. Yeah, let me add Tesh to this screen. Yeah, Tesh, I can hear you.
Big up, everyone. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Where are you now? You're in the second game, I guess.
Yeah. I just finished the recap and I'm trying to just go over the Brentford game. And for me, I feel like Brentford, I have Brentford should be able to get 2 goals in this game. Brentford should be able to get at least 2 goals in this game. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think I'll probably I'm not sure of 2 goals, but I think it's possible. Sheffield are this shit though.
No, those the Sheffield are a bit shit because Sheffield actually earned a point against Mosh McCauley,
Chelsea.
Chelsea. And
Yeah,
we remember we called it. We said, you said in the last one, you said, big up GB, you said, GB, you had a prediction that was spot on for the Newcastle one. And I'm gonna say big up to yourself. You had called that one, the Newcastle win. And we were a little bit skeptic. Tess, I could get a feedback from you. I don't know. There's
sorry,
an
sorry.
echo.
Probably because it's my mic. Let me get my headset.
Okay, okay,
Thank you.
okay. Yeah, so yeah, still on the Brentford. While Tej gets that sorted out, let's go to the next one. Big up yourself, GB. Salute to you. Big up. Yeah. Let's see. Next on the list would be the Burnley Brighton. Yo, again, another team that needs to win. I know Burnley needs a win, but I'm not the bookies have Brighton over Albion as the favorite, right? So it's another game where you look at both, like the previous one, Brentford. You look at them and you say, okay, they need to win. They need to win to actually move up the table and gather the points. And a win for Brentford, you get maybe what 31. Yeah, that's 32 points, right? Now Brighton, on the other hand, they've been, would I say lucky recently? No, but I would say, yeah, Brighton needs to win. The last win in the last Brighton's last 5 game, all competition, they've lost 2, drawn 1, won 2, won the home game against AS Roma and the home game against Nottingham Forest. Lost to they lost 2-1 to Liverpool, drew Brighton away at Brentford in the Brentford Community Stadium, and lost 3-0 at home to Arsenal. This game, a Burnley side, I'm saying it now, I'm calling it right now. Brighton might just be too heavy, just be too heavy for whatchamacallit. But they might, and the lines that the bookies are actually giving is a favorable line. I think it's one of those lines that you just have to jump on if you're a betting person. But yeah, but Brighton still have, just gonna run through the list of injuries. They still have Mitoma out, Webster out, Milner out, Marsh out. So I mean, like, these guys have been out for a long time, and it's a long injury. Like, these guys have been out for a lengthy time. They have Gilmore out as well. For Burnley, is I think is the regular 4 that have been out for the past 4 or 5 games. Is still out. O'Shea's out. O'Shea has got a red card. Ramsey and Redmond, they're out, as well as Kolieshu. So having said that, right, both team not the greatest of form. Last 5 for Burnley, it's 1 loss, 3 draws, 1 win. A good amount of points they've amounted. That's what, 6 points in the last, they've taken in the last 5, which is possible 6 out of 15. Brighton might have taken just 1 for the, yeah. Brighton in the last 5 in the Premier League, they've had 6 or 7 out of 15. So I know, am I making a mistake? 4 out of 15, my bad. 4 out of a possible 15. That's not good for a Brighton side who's being coached by whatchamacallit, by the Zerbi. A lot of United fans actually love to have him as their coach. But at the moment, so having said that, my possible outcome, right? Tells you there.
I'm here.
Okay, my possible outcome for this game would be Brighton to win. Brighton would just be, like I said, to be too heavy for Burnley on the night. I might get an egg on my face, but I'm just gonna call it now. Brighton would win this by a 2-goal margin. Brighton will win this game by a 2-goal margin. That's what you're saying.
And for me though, my possible outcome for, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can, 100%.
Yeah, my possible outcome is Burnley.
Mm-hmm.
No, or Burnley.
You say what?
A draw to win.
Okay, now you're saying a
In
draw
terms
to
of margin, I'm not sure, but a draw
yeah.
or Burnley to win, yes.
Okay, so let me just change. Having said that, you see, let me flip flop this one time. Let me say Brighton to get to score, Brighton to get at least 2+ goals. So Brighton to get 2+ goals. But Tesh is saying, Tesh, you're saying home win or draw, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my, okay, I got it. What are you saying about Nottingham Forest? No, Man City. I know you're just gonna call. This is a quick one for you. Man City, Luton Town. What are you saying? Not just gonna deliberate too much on that.
I think if blind man knows say where they fall. So we happening
Man
there.
City to get 3+ goals. I'm gonna take it. My
No, I
possible
think
outcome for that.
I'll probably go a bit conservative on this one to fail, but I think
Mm.
Man City to cross or 2 goals in the game. Yeah, as in
GB
sorry,
saying
a
6-0.
difference of 2 goals.
Oh, you are saying Man City to win by a 2-goal margin.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, a
Okay,
2-goal
win
margin. Yes,
by 2 goal. That's Tej. Jane, you were not here earlier. I said we got about 80% of match day 32 correct, and which was good. And now take Wolves
that's
Nottingham
good.
Forest. This is gonna be a tough one though. Wolves Nottingham Forest. What are you thinking?
It's so funny, I think, because sometimes you probably tend to have this a bit of belief in Wolves, but they
Yeah.
tend to what called disappoint you.
True.
Right, so tend to disappoint you. Now, how will I can't go and see their last games. I think I've been a bit shocked on their what they call
No,
their
I give you
so for
Wolves last 5. Let me just give you a rundown of Wolves last 5 games. It's been 3 losses, 1 draw, 1 win. And it's strange
yeah
because they won at home to Fulham. They were knocked out of the FA Cup in regular time 3-2 by Coventry, lost 2-0 to Aston Villa, drew 1-1 to Burnley, and lost 2-1 at home to West Ham. So do you think, and Nottingham Forest on the other side, on the other hand, they've actually won 1-2 in the last 5 home games, 1-2 in the last 5 home games, 1-2, drawn 1, lost 2. Overall, they've won 1 in the last 5, drawn 2, lost 2. So yeah.
So I think in that game that I think you still have the Brighton and change it.
Oh, I still have the Brighton.
I'm
Oh, sorry, my
thinking.
bad. No, we done this one, so we on
Yeah,
this one.
yes. So this one though,
City we turn on the juice for at least 8 games. Yeah, you're right, Juice. That's City for you though.
okay.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm thinking this one's a bit tough though. Let me hear how the influence mine.
Let me see. Okay, you want to hear mine? Mine it's pretty simple. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm looking in the back of my mind, I'm seeing 3-2, but I don't know where to place it, right? But deep down I'm placing in front of Nottingham Forest. So for me
Okay.
to be safe, Chris Wood is back. He's been on some scoring form as well. For Wolves, it looks like they're going to have what's his? I can't pronounce his name properly. 1 second. Let me not ruin this. Ichan. They're gonna. It's like looking like they'll get Ichan back, right? So, I want to stay out. So for me, Forest, this might end up being a 2-2 draw, right? But I'm just saying, for me, I would just go. I don't want to go with the regular both teams to get on the score sheet. Feels like that's what we've been doing. But if that's my possible outcome, that'll be my possible outcome. I'm gonna go. The first one will be. I'm gonna take a risk here. Nottingham Forest to get 2 goals, and the second one, which might just be the one staring us in the face, might be both teams to get on the score sheet. What are you saying, Tesh? Are you there?
No one. I'm there. I'm here. That looks like the safest route to go improve our what they call prediction accuracy.
Yeah.
But take a bit of a leap of faith and say Wolves to win by 2-1.
Wolves. Tesh says
It's about
Wolves.
time.
Wolves. It's about time Wolves get to win, right? 2-1. You say Wolves win 2-1, right? 2-1 Wolves. 2-1 Wolves. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the
It's better than
Liverpool.
1-1 draw.
We're gonna leave the Liverpool United for last. Let's go to Crystal Palace Liverpool. Crystal Palace Liverpool. What are you saying? Liverpool lost 3-0 today at home to Atalanta.
Are you serious?
Atalanta played exact type of football United played Liverpool, but they were super clinical that everything they touched turned into goal.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, I see Klopp's season crumbling.
Yeah.
Honestly, latter stage. Even at United, why people raved that they were not clinical. They missed a lot of chances. We should have had that game. If not for what we call that penalty. So for this one, you might want to change your screen. For this one, Liverpool will win though. They will win because I think when you see it on a different perspective, I think Liverpool to win won by three goals to 1.
3 goals.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to get on the score sheet and Liverpool to win this by 3
Liverpool
goals.
to win by 3 goals to 1.
That seems to be Liverpool's scoreline, most of the scoreline this season. So I might just go, I like this line. I like this one you did right there. I might do something with it. West Ham, Fulham, a bigger hello, Luan. How are you doing? Let me see. GB saying 3-2 Liverpool. GB is agreeing with you there by saying I think when you said club season is crumbling. Yeah, it's crumbling and it's crumbling really fast. I just pray. Like I tweeted in the group. I'm like, put in the group earlier. I'm saying, thank you, Luan. Thank you for the count. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. I said, no, the United knocked them off the FA Cup. Put quote and unquote put a dent on their title charge or title hopes, whatever it is, and I just hope Atalanta knocks them out of the league of the Europa League, right? So that's basically Europa League gone, FA Cup gone. So that's 2 out of 4 gone. I know they won the League Cup. Chelsea had one job to do. Don't give Klopp a cup, but they couldn't. So Chelsea are boozos. They should just go. But I'm still hoping that Atlanta don't just fold when they go play the return leg. Atlanta, they're proper Italian team. They should do what every Italian team does: keep the lead, secure the lead, and that's it, right? So for me, he highly I didn't actually follow his post-match post-match was interview, but I might check that later. He disrespected Salah. I don't know. That's Klopp for you. He likes to put the blame on something, right? So he doesn't like to look at himself and be like, okay, maybe I got my tactics wrong. Maybe, he likes to put the blame on. But it's Klopp. It's not my business. I never liked the guy. Never did. So yeah, even if it was at United, I don't think I would like him because I don't.
I think Klopp is.
Go ahead,
is a bit shocked that what they call a lot of things are close. I think it's a bit what they call concerned, right? Lots of things against them at this time because they'll probably expect, right, to probably again roll through United, where even in the what they call the FA Cup, just thought we had a chance for revenge when we met again. No, right, and now going to what they call the crashed at 3-0. I think it's more so the confidence even on the players' side is depreciates. And in that, perhaps it could also affect them knowing Klopp is
because
on their minds.
Tess, remember how we said that Klopp leaving might just be an extra motivation for them, but things are not going their way now, and now looks as though, okay, this guy's leaving. Is he taking his foot off the pedal? Because on the one hand, they were thinking, okay, maybe they will be smashing things. They'll be, United were there, like you said, United were there for the taking, right? But it didn't happen. Okay, we're going to get to revenge on them at Old Trafford. But lo and behold, breaking news, United went 2-1 up And they were like, whoa, so we have to get a point, otherwise we just leave you empty-handed again. So, and now Europa League and all of that, but it's not my business. If Klopp wants to get his players to be demoralized and demotivated, it's good for me. I don't even want him to win anything. If it's possible, they take that league cup back away from him this season. If there's a petition I'll sign it. It's none of my business. I never liked the guy. Yeah, moving to the next one. West Ham, not Fulham. I'm gonna lean towards GB here. I know West Ham been doing well. They got beat by Bayer Leverkusen away at Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. A lot of there was this report that, oh, if West Ham finish 5th and win the Europa League, I'm like, in my head when I read that report, United might still stand this chance to go into the Champions League. I'm like, yo, United don't deserve to go to the Champions League if we're going to be doing all of this combination and permutation. The West Ham has to be 5th. Yeah, West Ham has to take the 5th position, and there's another. That's one permutation, and the combination is and win the Europa League. I'm like, yo, this is too much, bro. If United cannot get themselves into the Champions League by themselves, then they might as well just, sit the next one out and wait for their turn. That's how I feel, and I'm a United fan. That's how I feel. A lot of this press plus and plus had this and that. No man. And lo and behold, they went to the Europa League playing the Bayer Leverkusen side, who haven't lost in 41 games, bro. In 41 games, they haven't lost. And today wasn't supposed to be their night, and they won 2-0. I felt like in that game.
I missed it. Did they play Bayer Leverkusen?
Yeah, they did. West Ham.
That's who beat them. Oh, West Ham. Okay. Man.
Okay, now let's just look at this game in depth and see what we can find out from this game to get a possible outcome. The last 5 meetings between both sides, it's been West Ham have had the narrow edge. Like the narrow edge is two wins for West Ham, one draw, 1 win for Fulham. The rest have been draws. So yeah, and so it's a pretty close one. Right, it's a pretty close one. Yeah, Mark is saying. Yeah, Mark, that's what I said. They lost 2-0 to Bayer Leverkusen. It's a pretty close one. Fulham were on a good run. They started the season poorly, got a bit of a groove, went on to win a couple of games, drew some, and were on fine form. Then started having this up and down roller coaster thing. West Ham, on the other hand, they've had they've been pretty decent or pretty stable so far this season. They're currently in 7th position. I think 1 or 2 points behind you, 1 point behind United. Yeah, I don't see both sides are actually. Jeremy Bowen is injured. Both sides bro. There's really nothing to take home. Like in terms of, there's really nothing to separate both sides, bro. There's really nothing for me to actually say, okay, yeah, this is what might separate both sides. The only possible outcome for me in this game is both teams to get on the score sheet, and I'll lean towards a Fulham win. I'm just gonna go with GBA. I'm gonna lean towards Fulham. Although West Ham, they have the likes of Kudus, they have Antonio and we lost Tesh there. We have Antonio and right, so they have Antonio and the likes. But I'm just gonna leave it at I'm just gonna go a slight lean towards Fulham. I think Fulham might have enough to maybe another part of me that says I don't want West Ham sniffing down the neck of United. So I'm just gonna go take bias out of it. Both teams to get on the score sheet. Fulham to win this one. Fulham to win this one. Tesh, what are you saying? Tesh, are you there?
No, I in. I go on mute. I don't make a background noise. So, but okay. How? Like I think you mentioned initially that it's a close one. It's very tough differentiating. Trying to differentiate who will win and who won't. Right? I think the to actually go for right if what they call if one part look at okay, say both teams to score, right? And I'll also say over what they call 2 goals. Who would win? Either side can take it. So I think both teams to score and score. Basically, that's 2 games. That's a draw already. So I'll say over equal to or greater than 3 goals in a game.
So you think 2+ goals in a game?
So yeah,
Tesh, are you
2
there?
plus goals in a game.
2+ goals in the game. Okay, for the game,
I'm
total
here.
games. Okay,
2 plus goals in the game. Yes, yeah.
2+. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Let me see. Yeah, Luan is saying 2-1. Stephanie says 2-1. Big up yourself, Stephanie. Yeah, I think a lot of 2-1 Fulham says Stephanie. 2-1 West Ham says Luan. Yeah, man. Yeah.
West Ham says Luan.
I said 2-1
So
West
Luan
Ham
says
says
West Ham.
yeah, 2-1 West Ham says Luan. So
Okay. Oh, okay.
let's just go to the Arsenal Aston Villa. They drew midweek Bayern, and they're playing again. Do you think Arsenal would be like, you know what, we have to go get a result at Bayern and just might focus on that? Because there's a chance they win at Bayern and they will be in the semi-final. What do you think, Tish? Do you think that game will play in their mind, or do you just feel like
Arteta, right? It's difficult because you have Man City, right? I think it should focus on what called on the league, because it can do both.
Yeah.
But I probably think its main focus might be more geared towards the league than because to the Bayern and going to looking for like a win, man, it's tough. Very
no
tough.
fully word.
It's very
Yeah,
tough.
in the last,
but it's
in the
not. Because I think in the last time they met you, I think was it 6 or 7 or something like that?
No, the last time they met was, let me just put that up. Last time they met was Arsenal.
They
That
had a
was
huge
December.
scoreline one time.
That was February 2023. They won 4-2.
Okay.
I think that's been the heaviest.
4-2, okay.
Yeah, in recent time, that's been the heaviest defeat Aston Villa's had from Arsenal.
Sorry,
it's been 1-0.
thinking
Aston Villa won. Aston Villa
difference.
actually won the first leg. Like Aston Villa won the first fixture, which they played at home to Arsenal. They won 1-0. Right, so that was in December.
But in this game, though, even the Champions League, I probably say Arsenal will actually Arsenal will take the Aston Villa. I don't say, although they've been consistent, but I don't say them as. I don't know how to win the games. That's because I feel the games we played against them. I don't know how, as in to make a normal side. So I see Arsenal to beat them probably by a 2 margin.
Okay, Tesh is saying Arsenal to win that game by 2-goal margin. On the other hand, I would want to stay on the other side. Like I know Aston Villa, they lost 4-0 to Tottenham. Man, it's gonna be a tough one. United beat them, so it's Aston Villa. I think Emery might have GB coming with the 3-1. Emery might just have a thing or two to say about this because Emery also is looking to solidify himself in the top 4. Is looking to knock Arsenal off their perch in terms of put a dent in their Premier League title hopes and all of that. So I would go. It might be a shock of the night, but I would want to lean towards Aston Villa, but I don't have enough confidence to do that. So I might just go with the draw.
Okay, so your mind is telling you see me Aston Villa win.
I might just go with the draw. So you're saying Arsenal to win by 2-goal margin, right?
Yeah, a 2-goal difference, yeah, in the game, yeah.
I'm thinking 2-goal difference. I'm just thinking Villa might just do the double. Arsenal might just be one of the top 6 where Villa might just do the double over.
It's time because Arsenal will look at it, right? If they mess up here, for example,
yeah, because they're bound to mess up though.
Next match,
they're bound to mess up.
Yeah, but I know they're bound to mess up, but have a chance to do something. I think this is their chance. This is their moment.
Your mind, I'm
And they
just
have
trying to
seize
look
it.
at, I'm just trying to see where, because the title race has to be interesting some type of way, you know. Liverpool dropped 2 points last week. Could Arsenal actually drop 2 points this week, and maybe Man City drop on 2 points next week? So I don't know. Yeah, it's just my it's just the way I'm just looking at it.
Man,
Let me see who Man City play the upper week. I think Man City play Brighton. So Man City might, okay, see, around match day 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 games. I don't know why Man City are not playing that day. Is there a, okay, I think there's an FA Cup game. Okay, yeah, that's why. But the round of 29 game that they miss, Man City is playing Brighton. So it's gonna be interesting if if Arsenal actually drops 2 points this week. Yeah, I'm actually making notes down. I'm just gonna go. I'm actually looking at the draw here. I'm looking at Arsenal to drop 2 points or possible 3, but they're home, bro. Their home form is stainless steel. It's like purified diamond, you know. It's something that you don't dent. That's Arsenal's home form, right? So, and Aston Villa's away has not been that great. So, but I'm just gonna go reckless here, like what man is saying. Just go a little bit reckless, go on the other side, and just hope for a draw, or hope for a 1-1, 2-2 draw. Ole Watkins, show yourself, make it. Don't make me call. No, I'm sticking with my guns right now. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm gonna go for a draw. Ole Watkins, please do not fall my hand. Do not disappoint me. I'm sticking with a draw. Test my possible outcome. Did I put it right there? Yeah, he said go shock me. My possible outcome would be a draw, and that the game I would go with the draw. Although I have both. I think the obvious would be both teams to get on the score sheet. Ole Watkins to score. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. A draw. On the power prediction, I'm gonna just put 2-2. Next, before we go to United, Chelsea Everton. Tess, will you take me through Chelsea Everton quickly?
Mind.
I know. Mind, I know. I'm saying what I was saying is this week last week Liverpool dropped 2 points in the title race, whatever the race is. Liverpool dropped 2 points. I'm hoping will Arsenal drop 2 points this week? Then next week it will be the turn of Man City to actually drop 2 points. You know, so just to keep the title charge of the title race more interesting, let's just see people dropping points, and let's see if, because Aston Villa might just a win at Arsenal gets them back in fourth position ahead of Spurs. Now, so that's what I'm just trying to see, and which I know Spurs might find it tough to actually beat Newcastle. So it's all a permutation. It's all, like we said, it's all possible outcome. I think I'm overthinking it because I want to maintain the 80% or maybe a little bit a record from what continue from the fine form. Yeah, let me just move. Arsenal must. It says Arsenal must, no Liverpool. Okay, I see what you're saying. Arsenal must. Okay, when man say must, it must be. Yeah, Tess, what you saying? Chelsea, Everton.
I said I just want to address man just comment where if I cutting like opponent against United every game. I'm way far from home.
Oh yeah,
far from home. That's why, man.
Yeah. His internet is doing some things right now on the other side of the sea, close to the Caribbean. So put 2 and 2 together, you find out where your man is. Yeah, Tess. Let me just give you GB. GB is saying 3-0 Chelsea. Don't want to sway you with that. Go ahead.
Wow. I think again. So you know, you keep fighting back, trying to what they call beat all odds, right? That's something I would point deductions. He's trying to keep their head above the water. Do they and strength to what they call to continue? I think in this game, I think they might. Chelsea is not the best, even the United game, their game after, right? So I predict a draw. We draw what they call on both sides. So I think Everton would at least this game, so a draw against Chelsea.
I actually have Everton to get on the score sheet. That's my possible outcome. But you're saying a draw. I'm thinking maybe Chelsea might just win this one. This might just be one of those games where Chelsea will win. But a draw says Tesh. I I wouldn't disagree if he ends up being a draw. So I'm actually, I know, I think I told a lie right there. My deepest thought was Everton to take this one. Everton to take this one 2-1.
Okay.
I think that was my deepest thought, right? But I'm just gonna go play it safe and say Everton to get on the score sheet. But if you woke me up from sleep and said, Drex, Chelsea, Everton this season, what do you think? I'll tell you straight up 2-1 Everton. That's how I'll tell you, or 3-2 Everton. But Everton don't score a lot of goals, so I'm just gonna say, yeah. When you say draw, I'm gonna lean with that one. Just gonna lean with that. Let's go. Yeah. Lady Luan is saying 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah. Lady Steph is saying Poch, Ben Palmer, Chelsea 2, Sean Dice, deduction, Everton 2. So she's calling it a draw as well. So yeah. I would honestly, I would stay with this one. I would stay with this. I don't see Chelsea winning this. I don't know. Maybe it's just my bias, but I don't see Chelsea winning this one. If they do, kudos to them. But I called the Chelsea United one. I felt like the game against Manchester United, Chelsea United, and they won 4-3, right? It gave them this pseudo belief, like, yo, they could, And I said in the last match, in possible outcome match day 32, I said Chelsea would draw that game. I don't see them winning that game. They would draw, and lo and behold, it happened that way. So yeah. Now let's quickly go back. I'm gonna do 10 minutes preview for this game properly tomorrow. If time, God willing, and time permits, I might just test. What are you saying? Bournemouth, Manchester United. This is the big one for the week. This is the big one. So guys, if you don't know, this is the big one for the week. Yeah, match day 33. This is the big game. Don't look for any other big game. This is right here, the big game. Yeah, big up yourself. I think I sent you the link, Mark. Yeah, it's Saturday, late the late kickoff.
Okay.
The one is saying she hates to hear Chelsea. The one, trust me, Chelsea down will be crying will be in pains on Monday. It's a Monday game, so yeah, it will be in pains. Don't worry. Yeah, Tess, go ahead. This one right here.
Yeah, this one. I guess United. It's because what I call the predictability of the team. Mm-hmm. It's a concern, and I think even when you see, I'm a bit skeptical that these guys will start downing tools, right? Because we're the season, right? So I think we can United to win or draw in this game.
United to win or draw in this game. Big up GB comes with the 4-0 United. Strong one right there. Oh man, a lot of I don't know what's happening here. Luan, okay, let me just see this. Luan is saying 2-1 United. Yeah, Luan, yeah. Let me see what Lady Steph is saying. Vitality victory for United. What is this? This lady, she's killing me today. Vitality victory for United. 2-0. I want to lean on the clean sheet. I think that'll be my possible outcome. Clean sheet United. Yeah. Clean sheet United. I think I would say clean sheet United, but Onana has been doing his bit. The defense, they've been trying their bit as well. They've been I saw the stat the other day, 31 different combinations in the defense so far this season. That's not healthy. That's not healthy for a goalkeeper. That's not healthy for a coach. That's not healthy for a football team. And sure, that's not healthy for the fans. So honestly, because if the fans are going to be, Mount, Garnacho, Højlund, 2 goals, So if, imagine, a lot of fans don't want to take all of these variables into consideration. And I on the one hand, I understand them. But on the other hand, I'm like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Is it just because you hate this manager so much, right? 31 different combination. Tesh, you work in a corporate world. 31 different combination. How do you produce a result in that? And mind you, the only constant is your goalkeeper. Yeah, big up, man. I saw it. I'm gonna read it out. No, man. I saw it. Don't worry, man. I got you every time. I got you.
So what in that I'll say there's no way you can actually get a decent result, and that's fair. I think that's what everyone I think it's something people are not apparently no one really looks into, right? Eric Ten Hag bringing Onana, thought it most likely will get a stable four, right? In that way, that's what they call where he can the keeper really play with the defense to influence the overall game, and that you can see why it's been a struggle. So it's no way it's difficult, right? Because partnership is key. Partnership creates an synergy, right? And it's been difficult for us to even create that. Imagine the defender available now is Maguire, who I'll probably give him his accolade. He has been decent, right? So like again, it's almost impossible to get a decent result, and it's every even put a run of games together, right? A winning run, because and what I call changing and injuries was what's influencing that.
The one is coming out saying Bremen has the home crowd. But I know Bremen have the home crowd, but United have one of the best, if not the best, away support in this league. So yeah, if Bremen brings it, we can give it to them. Mark, before I come to you, let me just quickly read on out Mind's possible outcome for the United.
Drex,
go ahead, Tesh.
Drex, I'm so sorry, I have to run. So I have a hard stop at 7. I have to prepare for that. Big up everyone. Big up Mark. Big up Mike. Big up big up Luan. Big up Stephanie. Big up. See you guys later.
All right, take it easy, bro. Mine's possible outcome for the Bournemouth Manchester United game is Bournemouth 1-0. So mine is actually saying there's going to be a clean sheet in that game, and it will be for Bournemouth. Bournemouth are just going to nick it 1-0 Bournemouth. For me, I'm gonna do like I said. I'm gonna keep my possible outcome for this game for the preview tomorrow. I think 5-10 minutes preview tomorrow. I'll do that. Mark, what are you saying for this game? Big up yourself, Mark. Yo, Mark.
Big up, bro. My bad. Give me a second.
All right.
Also, a video for me. So when you finish play the video, I could start talking.
Okay, let me just put this down, guys. But for the show, I think United. I would just go with the United, but that's a very dangerous possible outcome. I was gonna say United clean sheet. And United clean sheet. United have been scoring 2 goals lately. I'm just gonna keep it tight. They're gonna keep it tight. United clean sheet. That would be my possible outcome. If it busts, it busts. I'm just gonna say United clean sheet right here. Mark, 1 second. Let me just do this. Clean sheet. Yeah. I'm just gonna Onana to be relaxed. So yeah, that's it. Let me just take this out and let me remove this. Yeah. Mark, hold on a sec. Okay. Mark wants us to take a look at this. Yes. So I'm just going to start. Mark, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Let me see. My bad. What did I do?
You gotta play it with the audio, bro.
Yeah, let me see.
Zoom it in big.
Let me do that.
Rashford and now Anthony and Garnacho's the one running
Just
through
press
the
full screen, bro.
Garnacho! Oh, what a goal! That's wonderful from Anthony. Super ball and Garnacho stooping into.
I just wanted everyone to take a look at that goal and remember what our free-flowing attackers could look like on the counter against teams that play low mid-block against us. Because earlier on, I was with Jarvis and them and the guys at MUFC Realist TV, and Jarvis pour some cold water on my comments, on my dreams of us having a big victory tomorrow. But then I was thinking to myself, but why is everybody down and out on United? The last 2 results we had, basically we come back from down and out to lead both games, and the referee took them away from us. you know. I mean, in one hand, you could say, you know, the United team hasn't been performing well, but in the next hand, you could say, boy, you know, this team, they're doing a decent job in showing a fight and confidence to stay in a game. You know what I mean? And at the same time, we're creating goals against big teams.
Yeah,
Creating goals. People say we wasn't going to score against Brentford. They're too compact. They will play such a compact defense. How we will break them down? You know?
Thank you, Luan. Pick up yourself.
And we had them, basically on the ropes. You know, a tough call in the end, and you know, mistakes make. We lost the game. But look at the last two results, guys. We were we started off both games not so great. But in the middle of the game where we was having all the problems, we was disappearing, we was showing up. And in the middle of both games, we took over the games. And when we was in the lead of both games, there was no way anyone could say to me honestly that they felt that Liverpool was going to equalize or Chelsea was going to equalize until the referee gave those penalties. No one could tell me that they felt those teams were in the game. They looked like they were defeated. They were done and dusted. Penalties brought them back. You know what I mean? So when I look at Bournemouth struggling the last couple of weeks, you know, they beat Crystal Palace 1-0, but they weren't the best team in the game. To be fair, Crystal Palace knocked on the door. A lot had a goal disallowed. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you know, it was a quick counter-attack. Now, while we might be susceptible to a counter-attack, I think our attack has been a little bit flourishing of late. And a lot of fans, maybe even like me, maybe that's why Luan bust out, because she doesn't know how to come with this. Rashford is injured, guys. You know, so fans like me who was hoping for Rashford to be benched for a few games and maybe used as a substitute instead of a starter, they're going to get their wish because he's not available for this game. So we're going to see a different front three. You know, maybe, who knows, maybe he out for 2 games. You know, maybe you'll see a front three that able to supply for Højlund, because you see what Anthony could do when he in good form, when he confident. You see that ball. Everybody, you know, a lot of people was out and gave up on Anthony.
I know. For me, I thought he was going to. At one point, it looked like he wanted to go with his right, but he head back and went with the outside of his left. I'm like, yo, man, that's a fine.
Nah, he was just weighing the pass up, man, preparing himself to make the cross. He look up, see Garnacho making the run, and he was like, all right, where the pass.
What do you make about this Stephanie's comment? If United get the first and second goals, we win. Because I mean, that's been our problem recently.
I wouldn't say that really, because like I say just now, in the last 2 games, we were the team that scored back-to-back goals. Yeah, we scored 3 unanswered goals against Chelsea, 2 unanswered goals against Liverpool. So I don't think scoring goals consecutively is a problem of late. You know, I feel like a lot of fans stuck in the beginning half of the season where we was having this issue and that issue, and they'll just keep talking about it, because you know what, you know, it's almost as they're looking for those issues in every single game. And it's the same thing with Bruno. Look at Bruno goal the last game. How many players you know with the technique Bruno have and the ability to make that shot one time without a control?
He want I can't even explain how he did that though.
No, you see, the problem is, you have to take the good with the bad sometimes. You have to take the brilliance with the mistakes. You know what I mean? Because he's a creative player, and we always knew that he would give away a few passes. You know what I mean? So if you look at his contribution, him and Garnacho, 9 and 9, 9 and 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's most of our goals this season.
Yep.
You understand? So look at it from perspectively speaking. It's like, you know, we all have this idea in our head. A lot of fans have this idea in their head that a midfield supposed to keep the ball and pass left to right, like if it's Man City.
It's not about, we have just 5 more minutes.
No,
right?
I'm telling you, bro, like, it's not a Man City football is not the only football. Pep style of football is not the only way. And this possession pass thing is a myth. I'm telling you, bro. Possession teams, if you look at the stats, right? I just want to highlight this. Look at the stats on the wins from possession-based teams as opposed to teams that don't play possession.
Yeah.
And you would see that the possession-based teams don't always win. In fact, they have a less higher win ratio than the teams that don't play possession-based football. So not that I'm advocating for us not to play possession-based football, but I'm advocating for fans to have a little bit of an open mind in terms of how the possession is played, because it's not where the possession is that matters; it's how the possession is used. That's the most important thing.
To buttress that point is, I feel like a lot of fans are actually going with this notion in their head, like we United have to play possession football. Now, because we got Ten Hag, so by default, fans are like, okay, he has to play a possession-based football, right? But they forgot something, that you'd have to adapt in every walk of life. You'd have to adapt to your environment. You'd have to, because I think that's the problem with a lot of fans that want him out. Okay, because he can't give us the highest type of football, he might as well just go. But why is that the for me, I ask myself, why is that the measure? Why is the set in stone that if he can't give us the highest type of football, he has to go? Why can't he just, which for me, he has adapted to actually play to the strength of the players. And I said this before, but most people don't want to believe it. A lot of times I've said it. Even the players that we have cannot execute.
Look at it from this perspective, Drex. It's like one or two things, right? Now, while I will agree we should be able to keep possession of the ball much better, right? I disagree with the complaint that, Bruno is the cause of all our problems in midfield.
No.
And the reason why I'll disagree with that is because when I look at the stats, when I look at the heat map, when I look at the positioning of players, the average positioning of players when we going into attack, when we win the ball and where the ball going, you would notice that the ball goes to the wingers. The midfield is acting like more of a funnel, an outlet to get the ball to the wings, and the wingers are the ones that are dictating the play. They're the ones who are carrying the most possession stats so far this season. Garnacho, Rashford, those guys playing on the wings. So if you look at it from that perspective, if the wingers are the key to holding possession, then we need a winger who could keep possession. This is why I made you play that clip before, because as you can see, Anthony's very comfortable in possession. He's one of the most press-resistant players we have. So it's like, maybe if we could duplicate that on the left-hand side of the pitch, we would have a much more consistent possession and a much more controlled attack. Now, while I do agree that there's sometimes we need to reset and reshuffle, the attack in some occasions, and keep the ball and rotate the passing, I still feel like, this notion that we're supposed to be having 60-70% possession it was never a united way, to be fair. Our average possession under Fergie was something like 57%, which was not that great, which was decent, but most fans nowadays would see an issue with that, because they would say Man City are higher possession stats. But at the same time, I feel like the stats issue is a big problem, because a lot of fans this season talking about teams having 20 plus shots against United. But for me, the most important stat is shots on target, because when the shots on target is 5 and 6, and they had 20-something shots on 20 plus shots, for me, that says that this team taking wild shots because they're unable to break the defense down to create a proper big chance. Now, while people might disagree, I would say that's a hugely responsible issue on the fact that we don't have centre backs that could play a high line, which means that the back four have to drop into a mid block, not in a high line. So they're playing in a mid block, creating another 5 to 10 yards of space between them and the midfield. Now, this is an issue, right? But reality and honesty for me is that although the manager could see this problem, the reason why he doesn't want to fix it and he expects the players to compensate is because when they get a back four that could play the high line, meaning you have 2 fit centre backs who have the pace, the team wouldn't have to adjust to a new way of playing. They could just continue to play the way they're playing. It's just the only difference is now the defense will be moving up and more involved. So it's one of those things. Big up to you, Stephanie. It's one of those things for me. Like, I just, feel like we need to have a little bit of patience. And I know a lot of the tactical fans who see the game more tactically than we do. They might have these issues with the 3-1-6 and the rest defense. And and for me, it's like, look, we already know we do have defenders playing week in, week out who could play the high line. So what? You still want to play the high line and be susceptible on the counter? That makes no sense. The manager clearly, when we was playing a little bit more compact and the entire team was dropped
Yeah.
a bit deeper, we was conceding less goals. But also we had this problem where we weren't scoring enough goals. So it's a give and take situation. So I just feel like fans, we need to
Yeah.
settle
Well,
down a little bit,
let's just
trust in
wrap
the
up.
process.
Mm-hmm.
I know the manager had to be leaving, but I feel like a lot of fans judging the manager on the fact that he don't want to just come out and say how the players at fault for this and that game and not performing and not listening to his instructions. But I would like to remind everyone, earlier on this season, we have seen multiple situations where the manager criticized players and they did not bode well with it, and it affected the performance of the team. So I would agree, and I would say that only in this instance, I don't really care what the manager say about the game after the game. You know what I mean? I care about how the players react for the next game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is what I care about more. So,
So
I don't really need to like what the manager have to say. I don't really need to like the manager personality. I don't really need to feel like he charming or these kind of things. I just feel like I just need to see the performances on the pitch. And while this season we haven't seen a string of consecutively great performances, I feel like we've seen lots of great moments that if this team have the right supply of rotational players, maybe 2 or 3 new starters in the starting 11, we could be definitely on to something and competing, because lo and behold, we talking about a manager that played 2 cup finals, winning one, and got third in his first season in the Premier League, while he was still a novice to the league, in the sense that was his first year from coming from Dutch football. So it's one of those things, we could sit back and take a step back as United fans and say, you know what, this guy did a hell of a job overachieving last season.
mm-hmm.
He faltered this season, but there's some context to it. Lots of injuries, sagas going on with the takeover with Anthony, with Mason Greenwood, or the issue with Jadon Sancho. You know what I mean? Marcus Rashford as well. So it's all of those things involved. And
Mark, let's
yeah,
just
it
wrap
might
up.
sound like
Let's
we're
wrap
making
up.
excuses, but the reality is Manchester United is not there. We don't even have a song structured. John Murtaugh just left. Finally, to be fair
Yeah,
to him,
we're
he did
gonna
a
talk about.
decent job. He's
Yeah,
not really
we're gonna talk about
like
this tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about a lot of this thing tomorrow in the preview game tomorrow. So let's just wrap it up. Your final words for the night and your final words on yeah.
well,
So
most like guys, me, guys. I largely positive about the outcome of the game, because I think Manchester United have revenge to serve cold, and it's
yeah,
best to laugh last. So even though we lost to them enough, in my opinion, it was a fluke game, in the season where, the players probably I don't know what to say. I wasn't able to watch it live. I watched it back in the replay, and I was
I don't
disappointed.
one
But
yeah,
I
finish up
feel
because
like it was a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
give my
lucky
last
goals.
statement. Yeah.
Like 2 of the goals that scored, I feel like they were super lucky, in the sense that, this guy just whacked the ball and it just ended up hitting the crossbar and getting into the net. He didn't even know that it was going to be on target, to be fair. So, and then they had that offside goal that they scored for the second goal, which was like fucking crazy, because they rule it out for Liverpool and they rule it out for Man City, but they didn't rule it out for us. Even when City did the same thing against us, they didn't rule it out. So it's one of those things where, for me, you look at it from the perspective where, listen, it was just one of those seasons that, it wasn't our best. We're not at the best. But look, we in third. We could still get the European champions. We could get Europa League, which not too bad, to be fair. We will still be in Europe, although be it on Thursday nights. Maybe this time we'll win the Europa League, because last year we should have won it. We had a deeper squad, I think, and it's just some, awful moments again. But you know what? I think we will win this weekend, and that's just my vibe. I feel like it's going to be a big scoring game for United. Lots of people don't think we're going to break that defense down, but just remember, Garnacho had Branthwaite and Everton defenders on their back multiple times in the box, causing 2 penalties. Not only that, but they should have had at least 2 more. At the same time, I would look at it from this perspective and say, here, what? Anthony's in good form. Look out for him to score a goal. This
All
is
right,
about the
guys.
game and about the time. Big
right,
up everybody.
guys.
Thanks for having me, Drex. You know what it is, guys. Smash a like and don't forget to subscribe to D-Hub Sports. Help the channel grow. You know how it is, guys. Those of you on Twitter, be sure to give a repeat.
Yeah, my final take would be this. United would definitely get to win. I don't see Iraola doing a double over United over Ten Hag this season. So let's just keep it like that, guys. Yeah, you heard it from Mark, you heard it from myself, you heard it from Tesh. Please do smash the like on the button. Smash this like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do share this video. Get us to, we are, I think, 8 subscribers away from 120 subs. Please do. And for all of you that have actually subscribed, I say a big thank you to you guys. Until we see you again, please take care of yourself. Peace. We are out of here. Don't forget, God loves you more than the devil hates you. Peace. Bye for now.